A top 10 matchup that's essentially a college football playoff elimination game. Welcome inside our San Francisco studios. It's Football Weekly, the digital edition. Mike Am, Rick Neuheisel, Curtis Conway with you. We're talking about Notre Dame and Arizona State that will be going and matching up in a very significant game. How does ASU pull out a victory here after what we saw a year ago?
Well, I think they just keep doing what they've been doing here of late, which is play terrific defense, find ways to get the opponent offense off the field, and then put Taylor Kelly, who's getting the rust off as we watch. He had 55 yards rushing last week, which led to 240 yards rushing as a unit, because when he has the ball in his hand, people have to account for him, which in essence is an extra blocker. And guys like Kalen Ballage and the new kid on the block,
Demario Richard.
We like to call him Little Richard around here. Those guys become viable guys, and then when you put Jalen Strong outside, he's having a pack. It might be the receiver in the conference, the best receiver in the conference, and you just have some great weapons. DJ Foster can do both. So I think Arizona State continues to do what they've been doing. They need to play great defense because this week's a different challenge with that quarterback Everett Golson.
You know, I like Taylor Kelly coming back. I mean, he's, like you said, an extra blocker. I think he puts defenses in a bind, because now you have to worry about Taylor Kelly running the football or handing the ball off to Richards, as we saw last week. Richards over 100 yards against the Utes. But when you add DJ Foster into the fold, you can put him at wide receiver. That takes a lot of pressure off of Jalen Strong now. You can't double him up, especially if you line both of those guys up on the wide side of the football field on the same side. Now, with that read option, with Richards having the game that he had last week, now you have to worry about him. You hand that ball off, he can make plays. If Taylor keeps it, you have to worry about him running or throwing to this side. So I think right now with Taylor Kelly coming back, Richards having the game that he has, stepping on the field, you just have more weapons on defense. Now you have to worry about more guys on Arizona State's offense to worry about.
Notre Dame's taken some water on defensively. They lost their middle linebacker a week ago. But don't start feeling sorry for the Irish. They have a gamer, if there is one, in Everett Golson. I think he's only lost 2 games, one of them being the national championship game a couple years ago, and the second one being one that probably should have been a win for Notre Dame, that great game we all watched against Florida State,
on the road,
where they got an offensive pass interference called, where if the 2 receivers just look inside, it's not going to get called. And so Golson is the X factor in this game, and I guarantee you, everybody that plays against him scratches their head, because the guy finds ways to win.
And they have two pretty good receivers in Fuller and Robinson. Robinson more of a big body type of guy that can go up and get the ball, red zone, nightmare. And Fuller, talk about speed.
I just feel bad.
Flat out get down the field and make things happen. You talk about Golston with that big arm, he can get it to him. So they have some playmakers on offense also that Todd Graham is going to have to worry about.
I just feel bad whoever has really low seats, because David Robinson will no question be there on the sideline. He gets all kinds of airtime, and when the 7-footer stands up in front of you, it's hard to see around him.
And he's got, of course, that championship bling that's on his finger that's flashing. By the way, Arizona State fans should be paying close attention right now, because there's a really good chance that we might see them December 5th in that Pac-12 championship game right down the road at Levi Stadium. If you're looking for tickets for the game, all you have to do is log on to pac-12.com/tickets. That'll wrap it up for this edition of Football Weekly. Of course, for everything that's happening around the conference, all you have to do is follow us on Twitter at Pac-12 Networks.